Tonight, before you climb into bed, you'll run a toothbrush across your teeth for maybe 45 seconds, spit, and call it done. You'll assume that little ritual is the whole story of keeping your teeth. It isn't, because while you were brushing, something else was happening in your mouth that you've never been told about. Your body was repairing your teeth. It does it every single day, quietly, for free, and most people go their whole lives without knowing the machine is even running. Here's the thing nobody explains. For the very earliest stage of a cavity, tooth decay is not a one-way street. It can run backward. There's a window where a tooth heals itself, and almost nobody is told where that window is or how to keep it open. So let's go find it. Start with the tooth itself, because the tooth is stranger than you think. The enamel on the outside of your teeth is the hardest substance your body makes, harder than bone. It has to be, because it takes a beating from every meal you've ever eaten. But here's the catch. Enamel is the only structure in your entire body that's completely, totally dead. No nerves, no blood supply, no living cells anywhere inside it. And that matters because a broken bone knits itself back together. A cut on your hand seals over in days. Your liver can literally regrow chunks of itself. Enamel can do none of that. Once it's formed, it has no way to heal itself the way the rest of you does. So how does a tooth ever repair anything? The answer is the most underrated fluid in your body, and you make more than a liter of it every day. Spit.
Saliva isn't just water. It's loaded, supersaturated, the chemists say, with calcium and phosphate. Those are the exact two minerals enamel is built from. Every hour your mouth is awake, saliva is bathing your teeth and pressing those minerals back into the surface. Scientists call it remineralization, and it's been running in your mouth non-stop since your teeth came in. Your saliva is very literally liquid tooth repair. You've been carrying the cure in your own mouth this whole time. But there's a war going on in there, and it comes down to a single number, 5.5. That's the pH where everything flips. Above 5.5, minerals flow into your enamel and the tooth gets stronger. Below 5.5, acid drags minerals out and the tooth starts dissolving. And here's what most people are never told. Every time you eat, you cross that line. Back in 1944, a researcher named Stephan had people rinse with sugar water and measured the acid in their mouths minute by minute. Within about 3 to 5 minutes, the pH crashed straight through the danger zone. It stayed down there, dissolving enamel for roughly 20 minutes, and it took 30 to 60 minutes for saliva to climb back to safe. That graph is now called the Stephan curve, and it should change how you think about sugar entirely. Because watch this, eat a cookie in 4 minutes and your teeth take about 40 minutes of acid. Take that same cookie and nibble it over an hour, a bite here, a bite there at your desk, and you stretch the acid attack past 2.5 hours. Same cookie, 4 times the damage. It was never really about how much sugar you eat, it's about how often. The person sipping 1 soda all afternoon is doing more harm than the person who drinks 2 with lunch and then stops.
Now, here's where it gets genuinely useful and where most advice online goes completely off the rails. Decay is not one thing. It's a spectrum. The very first sign isn't a hole at all. It's a dull, chalky white patch on the tooth, what dentists call a white spot lesion. That spot is enamel that's lost its minerals but hasn't collapsed yet. And at that stage, this is the part that's real. Decay can be reversed. Feed the surface enough calcium, phosphate, and fluoride, keep the acid away, and that white spot hardens back up and stops. That is reversing tooth decay at home, and it's genuine dentistry, not wishful thinking. But here's the line the internet lies to you about. Once that spot caves in and becomes an actual hole, a cavitation, it's done. No toothpaste closes a real hole. No oil you swish around, no diet, no supplement rebuilds a collapsed cavity. Anyone selling you that is selling you a fairy tale. The whole game is catching it while it's still a white spot, before it turns into a crater. Reversing decay isn't magic, it's timing. So let's talk about what actually moves that needle, starting with the most misunderstood thing in your bathroom, fluoride. For decades, even the experts believed fluoride worked by being swallowed and baked into teeth as they grew. That's the original reason it went into drinking water. Turns out that was mostly wrong. In a landmark 1999 review, a scientist named John Featherstone laid out what we know now. Fluoride works on contact, on the surface, after your teeth are already in your mouth. When it's sitting in your saliva during an acid attack, it slips into the enamel and rebuilds it as a tougher mineral called fluoroapatite. And fluoroapatite doesn't start dissolving until the pH drops all the way to 4.5 instead of 5.5. You're basically armoring the tooth against its own acid. And here's a detail almost nobody knows. There's another mineral that does the same job, and it came straight out of the space program. In the 1960s, a NASA scientist named Bernard Rubin was growing crystals for semiconductors, and notice they formed the same way the minerals in bone and teeth do. Astronauts lose bone and tooth mineral floating in zero gravity, so NASA patented a method to grow that mineral, hydroxyapatite, to repair teeth. A Japanese company bought the patent, and in 1980, they launched the world's first hydroxyapatite toothpaste. The stuff some people now brush with to rebuild enamel was, no exaggeration, born from trying to stop astronauts' teeth from crumbling in orbit. Now for the twist that ties all of this together, and it's about timing again. Specifically, the timing of night. Remember that repair fluid you make all day long? While you sleep, it nearly shuts off. Salivary flow at night drops to almost nothing. Your repair crew clocks out. Which means the hours you spend unconscious are the most dangerous hours your teeth face in the entire day. No saliva washing acid away, no minerals flowing back in. This is exactly why the single most important time you'll ever brush is the one right before bed. And it's why that bedtime snack or that glass of juice before sleep is so much worse than the same thing at noon. At noon, saliva cleans up after you. At midnight, that sugar just sits there fermenting against your teeth for hours with nothing to stop it.
So if you actually want to keep decay running backward, the moves are unglamorous, and they all make sense now. Brush right before bed when your defenses are about to switch off. Don't eat after that. Stop grazing and cluster your sugar with meals instead of trickling it across the whole day. Use a fluoride or hydroxyapatite toothpaste so there's repair material sitting on the surface where it counts. Chew sugar-free gum after meals because it physically pumps up saliva at the moment you need it most. And if a dentist catches early decay, ask about silver diamine fluoride. It's a brush-on liquid, no drill, no needle, that stops cavities in their tracks in more than 8 out of 10 cases. The catch is that it stains the decayed spot permanently black. Effective, but you'll see it. Here's what I want you to walk away with tonight. A cavity was never a single event that simply happens to you. It's a tug of war that's been going on in your mouth every hour of every day. Minerals out, minerals back in. And your body has quietly been winning that war for most of your life without you lifting a finger. Reversing tooth decay at home isn't some secret protocol or miracle powder. It's just this: stop sabotaging the repair system you were born with and catch the damage while it's still a white spot and not a hole.
Quick one before you go. When's the last time a dentist looked at a tooth and said it was something they wanted to watch? Drop it in the comments, because that watch and wait spot is almost always the exact window we just talked about. And a fair, honest note, this is general information, not dental advice. If you've got pain, a visible hole, or a spot you're worried about, see a dentist, because some things genuinely cannot be fixed at the bathroom sink.